Welcome, and thank you for showing up to DrawCast, where we draw and put it on the internet. I'm your host, Jess, and this is my lovely co-host.
Britt! That's not name, right?
Great introduction. Appreciate the energy.
I'm sorry. Fuck yeah.
Do you want to redo it?
No, keep going.
Okay. Today we're going to talk about Netflix hosts and how so many of these competition, baking, and other whatever competition reality shows that they have in these Netflix repertoire. Too many. There's one where it had 5 hosts. And you want to know how many they had? Like what jobs they had? 2 were actual judges. The other one was just there to say how much time they had left. Another one was to make a cute, quirky quote every other episode. And that's too much. Right, Britt?
Yeah, that sounds super weak, actually.
That's why we're making our pitch for our own host. And possibly a show, whichever.
We'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Skillshare.
But not really.
And now back to
Sweet sugar time. Make fun, interesting candies that really wow the judges. The prize is $10,000. Now, let's meet the judges. One, we have Andrea Fontaine, a French candy maker that owned a candy shop. Translated from French to Love is Forever Candy. Her husband and business partner was killed in a candy making incident. Don't get her started on it. Yes. Just don't get her started on it though. Or she will tell you every detail about the candy hook.
I will get her started on it, because I have to know, how do you die like that?
I mean, I'm assuming he probably tripped. If you ever seen a candy hook at like a fancy candy artisanal or whatever, they have a candy hook for their hard candies and stuff where they like move the sugar around and stuff. Just look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about. But also, some interesting facts about her. She hates fun. She doesn't like smiling. There's no smiles, no laughter. This is not a happy place. But is what her favorite catchphrase is.
But it's candy.
Candy is pain. Just like anything else worth making.
Just like my trauma. I just pour sugar all over it.
Exactly. And then her co-host, Leighton Graham, an Instagram Reels influencer whose Reels consist of get ready with me videos, dogs with ill-fitted music, while they're just doing nothing. And of her loving father, the producer of the show. Her thing is, she likes to eat candy, loves to live, laugh, and love, and is secretly stressed if she is doing a good job. She tries to be positive, but is very scared of losing, because time is fragile, and so her views on Instagram. But anyway, everything's okay. And we're going to have fun and not think about our dead husbands or fleeting popularity.
Yay!
Let's make candy.
Yeah!
And that's my show, my little show. Basically making sweet little treats for a very angry lady and a very not sure if she's there for long co-host.
So, about the logistics of the show, do they rate the products based on taste or like the novelty of the idea? Because what if you come up with something really, really cool looking, but then it tastes like the trauma that the host went through losing her husband?
It's both, actually. It's you gotta put in a good amount of taste and a good amount of novelty. There's going to be like a special theme for each episode, but you also have to like meet some stipulations and also do some kooky mini games against the other player.
Like jousting with candy canes, or like catching eggs with your mouth to use in the batter? Or trivia?
Sure.
Trivia about nuts?
Peanuts? That sounds like
I said trivia
an
about
interesting concept.
peanuts. Peanuts is an interesting concept.
Yeah. Let's crack open that shell and hear what you gotta say more about that.
Alright. You know what would make a really cool game show? One that people with nut allergies couldn't watch. Okay, right off of the top of my head, I'm thinking maybe there's
It's
like...
time to get nutty.
You took the nuts right out of my mouth. Okay, I don't really know much about TV. Well, somebody who's not watched television in many years, aside from bloated streaming services, and who is terminally online and has ingested lots of lol-so random humor content created by your average person or slightly above average influencer on YouTube. I feel like I could see a trivia game show about something really random and specific taking off, like, I don't know, something like the genealogy of nuts. You could call it Nutty Trivia. You have the judge on the show, right? And he's got a PhD in nutology.
So you would call him the Nutty Professor?
And the way the show works is that the nutty professor, the judge, he's gotta ask you questions, and instead of being on a timer, you have until the co-host fits as many nuts into their mouth as they can before they succumb to their nut allergies. That's a little dark. Maybe it's just like a Chubby Bunny but with nuts, you stuff the nuts into your mouth and you have to answer the question before he chokes on the nuts. I try so hard to not think of things that are just weird and gross, and I can't do it. Oh, and the grand prize could be like mystery door prizes. Behind one is a lifetime supply of like exotic nut spreads, and the other is like a luxury cruise, but to a tour.
That's the nut. Their pecan is their number one product.
Oh, pecans. Those are some classy nuts.
Georgia's the goober state for a reason.
And I feel like since both of our ideas are very much food-centric, I guess you could say that nuts and candy could go pretty well together. Maybe they're sponsored by the same parent company.
So, was the other co-host, is he like hired because he has a really big mouth to fit all those fat nuts?
I feel like it's more the charisma of putting the nuts into your mouth than the mouth being able to handle an ample supply of nuts.
But yeah, sounds like a nutty good time.
It's more fun than a barrel of peanut nuts. How do you think we would get these? How do you think we would get Netflix to buy into any of this? Besides just refusing to unionize our workers.
Well, I think it helps that one of them, their dad's, is a producer for my Candy Sweet thing. And he's very intimidating. He knows people, and he knows where to find them. And they know where to find you. He's that kind of guy. So Netflix is at least going to give it one season. Just on that alone. And on the fact that everybody loves candy. And also, a lot of people will think that Andrea, or actually she doesn't want to be called Andrea, you have to call her Chef Fontaine. If you refer to her in any other way, she slaps you. Everyone loves a mean old woman. Like, they love it when it's not affecting them. They're like, oh my gosh, Chef Fontaine is so sassy. I love her. I ship her with Ida from Owl House. I couldn't think of it.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get a cutout of her.
But everybody just like, it's kind of like where she's like, my husband died, and everyone's like, classic Chef Fontaine. She's so funny. And they don't understand the deep sincerity of how awful and how serious she is. They just think it's funny for her and her very heavy French accent to say, this is
She's got that deadpan humor that the kids are into today.
I don't even think she tries to be funny. She's just like, this is what you made? This looks like something came out of my dog. And I don't even have dogs anymore.
Girl, are you
I think
okay?
No. Miss Fontaine's not okay. And that's why everybody loves her. She's so relatable. Oh my god. I think she'll sell it because she looks so scary. The Netflix producers just have to give it to them. Or else she'll keep coming over there.
Just like standing over them in their beds at night?
No, in their studio, or not in the studio, in their offices. She's like, make my show. Make my show.
Make it now. I think for me, I would just get, I would just sponsor Pine Oil. I would be sponsored by Pine Oil. Nothing says quality entertainment like funding the further destruction of the earth. Anyway, I think these are golden. We should mail
So you
these
mean
pitches.
Nutella? Or did Nutella finally remove that out of their
Nutella has pine oil?
palm oil? Yeah.
Did I say pine oil? No, I said pine oil.
Oh, I
It's
thought you
like-
said palm oil.
No, pine oil. It's nothing like palm oil. Trust me.
Okay.
It's better. It's okay, guys. It's organic, so it's fine. You know what? Maybe this is a bad idea. Why are we... I mean, not our ideas, but like sending them off to Netflix.
I mean, I think they're pretty desperate.
Yeah, I think maybe instead of doing that, we should put energy into making our own thing.
We can do it on YouTube, even.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, people are doing so well in creating their own things with their own hands and then using platforms like YouTube where you can post for free
With no rule. Well, actually, yeah, there are rules, but still.
with far
you don't
less
have anyone
rules.
telling you no.
Yeah, except for the frequent, very annoying commentator. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe one of these
Which
days.
But I think maybe next episode we'll just make this show happen.
Alright, guys, next time we're gonna make a show in a show.
And it's
No,
gonna
wait.
knock your socks off.
Wait, next time, you guys, look out, because yeah, I'm killing the joke. I'll stop.
We're gonna make a show so good it's gonna knock your nuts off. And if you don't have nuts,
You can,
it's gonna knock whatever you have going on off.
it's gonna eat your candy.
It's gonna eat your candy and spit it out because it wasn't that good.
Okay, now you're killing the joke.
But yeah, thanks again for joining us. I'm Jess, and this is...
This is Britt.
But you guys have a good night, good morning, good day, whatever. And now, a word from our spot. I'm kidding.
Wait, it's done. It's done. I think we're done.
We're done.
Ta-da!